everybody, my name is Marcos Cassiano, and I'm here to tell you about my tales from the road, all of my adventures that happen along the highways and byways of the U.S. and Canada, and mostly the U.S. And actually, this little tale is going to come to us from Nashville, Tennessee. Before I get into it, I've been off line for a while. I've been a little under the weather, but I'm feeling better now. I actually did one program, and I had it in the can, but I looked like I was sweating the whole time. So I actually liked the little presentation or the episode, but I kind of canned it, and I thought of this new one, and that might not be as long. Anyways, here we go into it. So back around 93, somewhere between 93 and 95, I'm playing in this house band in Decatur, Alabama, and when I first joined the band, the girl singer, her and her husband, she had cut a CD in Nashville, and the guy who produced it, he got us on the Grand Ole Opry Gospel Hour. So it's what they have is, if you're familiar with the Grand Ole Opry show, you have the Grand Ole Opry, and after the real Grand Ole Opry, I call it the real, they have the Grand Ole Opry Gospel Hour, and I can't remember what time it came on. Maybe it was around 10 or 11 o'clock. So this producer that produced her said, "Man, I can get you on, and you can do the Grand Ole Opry Gospel Hour." So I remember we had to learn one song. They don't let you do one song because nobody knew who we were. So we learned the song. I believe it was Furlin Husky, on the wings of a white-winged dove is what we learned. It was simple. We rehearsed it a couple times. We head up to Nashville. Now the guitar player, his dad had a mobile home, so he drove us all up there as if we're on a tour bus, and it was him, the whole band, and we took a photographer with us because there was a photographer that hung out at the club all the time taking pictures, and he took a lot of pictures of us. So he came along and took some photos of us. I don't have any of the photos with me here, but somewhere in my archive back in the U.S., I know there's a photo of me at the Grand Ole Opry. But anyways, we get up there. I remember meeting Boxcar Willie. Yeah, he was there that night on the show. But the thing what I liked about the show was that it's run very professionally. I mean, you walk in, you tell them who you are, and they say, okay, I don't know if it was a guy it was actually a lady. I think she had a notebook, and she said, do you need backup singers? Do you need extra musicians? Because they have little rehearsal rooms there. And let's say you're just a singer and you want some background vocals. Well, they will give you like 3 vocalists. You'll go into a little rehearsal room. I think there's a piano in there, and then they'll rehearse. And because they're like studio grade players, they'll nail it really quick. And we said no. And also, if you needed some extra musicians to play, like if you wanted an extra guitar, if you wanted steel guitar or something like that, they would all provide that. And like I said, they had this little rehearsal room back there. Okay, so we're about to go on. We can kind of listen and hear the other show, and I remember we could see the other artists, the other stars from the Grand Ole Opry coming in and out. That's how we kind of ran into Boxcar Willie. And so then I think immediately after the regular Grand Ole Opry is over, they start the Grand Ole Opry Gospel Hour, and I think there was maybe an act or two ahead of us, and it's almost like when you're about to go on, like when the other act is on the stage, they have you line up. The producer or the director has you line up. As soon as that other band is done, the producer tells you head for the stage, and it's just like you go back there. And I remember, I got behind the drums, and there's no adjusting anything. It's just like happens really quick. I sat behind the drum set. It was actually fine. And I just played, counted off the song, and we played White Winged Dove on the wings of a white-winged dove, and that was the end of it. We walk off the stage, and we were done. And this whole thing, I can't remember from start to finish, from the time we left Decatur, by the time I got home. I think I got home like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, which was my usual time from getting home from the gig. And so what was kind of nice about it, the club owner actually paid us for that night, because it was on a Friday or Saturday night, I can't remember. And he actually paid us. He hired another band for the night, and I thought that was nice of him. So that was my experience of going to Nashville and playing on the Grand Ole Opry Gospel Hour. It was a lot of fun. Okay, more later.